That's it, brother. That's fucking good. Woo! That dude's a fucking cool gamer moment, dude. We made some. Oh. Want a sip? Good.
Wow, good thing we're replacing this.
Don is also a pain in the ass.
No. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm finally getting the Mk1 Audi TT 225 tuned. In this video, we're going to be working with VW Holics. You can see their Facebook page in the description. I would absolutely recommend you go to them for all of your Volkswagen, Mark IV Golf, Mk1 Audi TT needs. They also serve other vehicles, but I can attest for this platform specifically. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. You have to get a new retaining clip because I lost that. These new spark plugs to put in, BKR7E. These are copper plugs, recommended by the tuner. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in. Then we're going to get our first idle log, send it off to the tuner, and then this thing should be on the road in a couple hours here. Hell yeah.
Just like that, dude. Tight as a duck's asshole. You're not going to ask me how I know how tight a duck's asshole is? Here's the new versus the old. You can see.
All right, the new plugs are going in. These going at 22 foot-pounds / relatively hand tight because we don't have our torque wrench.
Half turn. That feels good. Smart enough to be dangerous, that's why. See? Look, you just...
Good thing we got that in video. Riley just dropped the socket into the cylinder.
Yeah.
Here you go. You can have fun fishing that out. New plugs are in.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and tighten this back up. Yep. Work on these final hose clamps, and then this thing's going to be ready for its first start on the new ECU. And then we're gonna do a log, send it to the tuner, and then we should be good to upload our first tune. So minor problem here with the TT. So we thought we had everything buttoned up here. We start logging with the tuner on the remote desktop, and our oxygen sensor is not getting a reading. I knew that this may be a potential reality. I've read some reviews on the Carrot Top tuning wiring harness that we use for the wideband upgrade. It is known that sometimes they can come with the wires swapped backwards, so it looks like we gotta swap the wires on the ECU wiring harness and then give it a go again. Just getting into this wiring harness now. Riley's got both of these wires pretty much pulled here, and then we're just gonna swap them around, and then we should be good to go, hopefully. There we go. Wires are swapped, putting it back into the connector. Just wanted to plug the wideband harness upgrade video. Click here if this is something you're interested in.
All right, we swapped the things around. We're gonna log. Well, we just had a bit of a rough idle state because the O2 sensor just fired up. Yeah, so it's just kind of doing this right now.
Right now what we're doing is we're checking the wastegate actuator, making sure it's still working while live logging.
So we're just, you couldn't hear him, we're checking the wastegate actuator.
Let's go!
Hell yeah.
So this is our cable that we use for logging. As you guys can see, there's a little switch on the top. Yeah, if you're using the same cable on a Mk1 Audi TT, it has to be all the way over to the left.
So we got some malware from the tuner.
Yep. All right, we got the base file here.
We got the malware.
From VW Holics. They've been good so far. I recommend.
Yeah. So
we're at 15% right here at the bottom. The base file is getting tuned onto the TT right now, so we're just sitting tight, letting it do its thing. Then we'll be on the road after a month of sitting. All that work, busted fingers, busted hands, problems, it'll all be worth it.
So we got the program complete, flashed on. Now we're just doing some idle logging.
So per the tuner, we got a car idle for 10 minutes so the ECU begins to adapt to all the new parameters. All right, boys, the base tune is installed. It is time to go for some third gear pulls and send the logs to the tuner. Our first pull here is going to be done with the N75 disconnected with the power cable unplugged so we can run it at the wastegate as our tuner requested. So here we go, boys. All right, that's going. Starts right up. Got AFR current because it's still hot and we are good to go. All right, there we go. Wide open throttle. 9 PSI.
Keep going, 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 keep going. pretty good synergy, I think.
That was pretty slow, but
yeah,
we're getting going. So we made a couple passes through our MAF sensor with our mass airflow sensor cleaner here. And as you can see, I mean, this thing is just absolutely disgusting. So I'm pretty confident that, you know, we just had an old dirty MAF. You know, I did buy it used on eBay. What's up, boys? Just got another file back from the tuner, and he said this time to plug in the N75 boost controller. So we're about to go make our first pull, third gear pull, 1500 RPM to 6000 RPM with the wastegate plugged in. So we should actually make boost this time. I got my brother with me to hold the laptop in the passenger seat / be here for the experience. But all right, we got our N75 plugged in now. I'm excited. We're about to finally make some boost here. All right, first gear, second gear. All right, let it drop to 1500 and then floor it and let it rip all the way to 6 grand.
Good sign. That's a good sign.
But it moves through the RPM so much faster than the first pull. Now we got boost. I don't. Maybe we can check in the video. All right, so then let it get down to 1500. Then floor to the mat. It's like 12 pounds. Not even. So we're making about 12 pounds. VW Holics works through Facebook, so you just like that. And then a couple hours, I'll probably get a new file to put on, and we'll be back to it. And I'll show you guys once I get the new file how you write the new tune. So this is round 2. I already tried this earlier today on my lunch break. I did a log and sent it to the tuner. He said that the MAF still is not acting properly, so we're trying to clean it out one more time. We'll let it dry, put it back in the car, and do some more logs. Hopefully this is the answer, because if not, we're going to be waiting for more parts, a new MAF. All right, so we are on the laptop here, and in the Facebook chat with VW Holics, I have our 4th revision of the tune. So I went and downloaded that. I put it into our tuned files folder, and now we are going to go and write this to the car. So we will transport the computer to the car, show you guys how it goes. So to tune a 1.8T, you need 2 different cables. You need this black cable. This is your ECU write cable. And this blue cable is your ECU read cable. So this is what we're doing to upload our new tunes. And this is what we are using to read the logs and send them to the tuner. So we're going to start off with the black cable, upload the tune. And then after that, we will move to the blue one. Going to go ahead and plug our MPPS V18 cable into the OBD2 port down here. All right, we got that plugged in. And then we're going to plug the other end of our MPPS cable into the laptop. So now that you're in your car and you have your MPPS cable plugged in, you want to open up the MPPS app. All right, this is what MPPS looks like. So if it's your first time on it, you're going to want to select your car in the top left. Mine's the Audi TT with a 1.8. You're going to want to turn your ignition all the way on, but without starting the car. So this is the key on, engine off. Then you'll come back to your app and you'll start by clicking ECU ID. It'll take a little bit to run. At the bottom there is a percentage counter. Always let it go through 100%. Never turn your car off. Never try to close the app early when you're doing any of this stuff. It's very, very important that you always let it complete the process it's doing, whether you're reading or writing, or else it'll have a fit, especially if you're writing. So now that we got that done, it's got our ECU red. Now we're going to go down to the bottom right and we're going to click this write button. Now it's going to pull up a file explorer where we get to upload our try 4, our 4th revision, all the way at the bottom. We'll click that. Click open. Now you're going to want to follow all of these prompts that it gives you. Now it's going. This process takes a little bit of time, but again, there's that percent counter at the bottom. Let it run through all the way to 100 every time. All right, just turning the camera on as it gets close to the end. We are at 95%, as you can see on the bottom counter here. Again, always imperative you let it complete the process in its entirety. And then after that, it makes you do this routine. So you want to read it off, Riley?
Yeah, so it says switch key off for 10 seconds, then switch key on for 10 seconds.
All right, so we'll do that now.
All right.
So the key's off.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi.
The key on, engine off. And do that for another 10 seconds.
3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. Tell it okay.
Now it's doing its final check.
So switch key off to continue, and once you click OK,
So we'll switch the key off.
click OK, that little timer will go out.
And switch the key on.
Oh. Click OK.
And at the bottom here it says program completed. So we are good to press this escape button here at the bottom and close out of this program. Yep, so that is writing the tune. We're going to go ahead and power the car off. We will take our black MPPS OBD2 cable out. We will switch that for our read cable, because now that we have our new tune on, we are going to go and do some logs for the tuner. So go ahead and plug this in. That's all plugged in. We'll get the other end into the laptop. You're going to get to the key on and the engine off position. And then you're going to open the ME7 visual logger. All right, then click start log. Then you're going to wait for the data to populate here on the left side, and then you're good to start the car. All right, and now the car is running. We are data logging. This program automatically logs. Here, open the file explorer so we can show them.
I do that. It's going to be wherever you installed the program at, and it's going to be under the logs folder.
After you upload a tune, what the tuner is going to want you to do is do a third gear pull from 1500 RPM all the way to 6000. And what's important is before you do that, you're going to want to make sure that your oxygen sensors are hot and working. So these top 3 entries here on the left, those are your oxygen sensor data outputs, whatever. You can see that the first and third entry are stuck at 1. That means that the sensor is not on and working yet. We're going to let the car warm up a little bit, and we'll show you what it looks like once your oxygen sensor is working good. So
our O2 sensors came on. If I can get that to focus, you can see
that constant stream of data.
The constant stream of data, as Travis just said, going through. We're on our way to our little pull spot out in Mexico. All right, we have arrived at our location in Mexico.
Are we logging right now?
Yeah, so we're logging. I'm gonna give you guys somewhat of a view.
So right now we're dropping down in third gear to 1500 RPM. Bam, there it is. And then I'm foot to the floor and I'm holding it until I hit 6 grand.
Oh, that's it, brother. That's fucking 202. Let's fucking go. Woo! That mass airflow sensor should be good, son. Dude, it's a fucking cool gamer moment, dude.
We made some boost here finally. This thing feels like it's making some power. Out here in Mexico.
Yep.
Mexico's very green nowadays.
Yep. I know that you guys from the movies are used to maybe Mexico looking a little bit yellower than it is for us here today, but you know.
All right, we're in third gear at 1500, and now we're flooring it. Boost picks up 15 pounds, maybe more.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, boys.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up, boys.
Got the car up on jack stands right now, trying to get the fuel filter out. There it is. Riley wasn't a fan of this. We also got a leak here in the intake because this hose clamp got stripped, so I got some of these brand new hose clamps. I throw it on, hopefully that fixes the leak. Got these new hose clamps on the map, hopefully it doesn't leak anymore. Solve that problem. Still working on the fuel filter over here. This thing's a bitch. Going non-verbal, so you know he's locked in down there.
Oh, teamwork makes the dream work. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my god, I haven't been this hard in fucking 10 minutes.
Well, it ain't yet. It started though.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I can smell it. I can smell it. On the verge of quitting, but then, you know, I got on the ground a little close to Riley, and I held the clamp, and he pried. And
he didn't hold no clamp. He held me nice and tight, dude, and he gave me the strength through believing. No, we did it together, and we tag team that.
Yeah, but getting these hoses off the fuel filter is a
holy
bitch.
Fuck, dude. Those guys on the videos, I'm talking to you guys upside down, little pillow talk, dude. Those guys on them fucking videos, man, they make that shit look so easy. it might not be that easy for you.
We finally got the back end of the fuel filter out. It popped out. There it is right there. Came out all over Riley's face, so he's in here washing up. How we doing? So this is the current state of things. We got our jack underneath the car on the subframe as a support, and we got 2 jacks under the back. So now it's time to put this new fuel filter in.
You want to sip? Because I just fucking dumped that all over my face.
I'm gonna sip. Yeah, clearly this filter was cooked. Pure just black soot in it. Yeah. Good to get this new filter. Look at that. Wow, good thing we're replacing this. I think this was our problem here.
Probably. Yeah.
There's no room under here, and I'm a big fuck.
Yeah, so we got the fuel filter off, but you know, now of course getting it on is also a pain in the ass. You gotta push hard as fuck.
Damn.
I don't even know.
We finally got the fuel pump, or the fuel filter, both lines on. It was pretty hard to get them both on. You know, it took some awkward positions and a lot of really hard pushing. I like to think I'm a pretty strong guy, and it was pretty hard for me. So. All right, ready? Yep.
I mean, that should do it right there, right? Fuel pump line. Let me try and crank it.
Hang on, let me feel around quick.
All right.
Not feeling any fluid. Give it a go.
Anything?
No leaks. Loose, and then it just lets loose and full.
Yeah, our review of the, what is this, power jack?
Right here.
Power torque 2-ton.
I mean, really, any jack where you have to fucking screw it like this.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Don't get it.
Don't get it. Just buy a real one.
This is what I did earlier today.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost. Just gotta break in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just gotta get all the fluids going.
All right, boys, now that we got the new filter installed, we have a little goodie that the tuner wanted us to add into our setup. He says that it's ideal for our fueling setup. So we got some VP Racing Additive octane booster, and under his instructions we're going to do one of these every full tank, and we're supposed to never let the fuel get below a half tank. So basically the idea is we're going to go to the gas station, we're going to put this whole thing in, and then we're going to fill it up to get it nice and mixed. And moving forward, every time the fuel tank gets down to half, we are going to put in a half bottle of this and fill the tank up completely, so we always have the same mix. But this should get us to around 97 octane, and it is ideal for our fuel setup and for our mods. So we're going to go ahead and listen to the tuner on this one. I do have a new file from the tuner to throw on. So yeah, let's go ahead and write this new file. Then we'll go to the gas station, put in our additive, top off the tank, and then we'll do a log. All right, we are at the local fuel station. Before we fill it up fully with 93 octane, we are going to put this whole bottle of the additive into the tank. Just using a straw to hold this little filler cap open so I can easily dump in the booster. But yep, the full thing, in she goes. All right, now we're topping the tank off with that sweet nectar, that expensive 93 octane. But I think I'm just gonna go for a quick little 20-30 minute drive before I do a full pull log. Just let everything circulate, let the additive run through the injectors a little. All right, 1500, floor it. Oh, 20 psi, 25 psi, pulling like a motherfucker. Damn, that was over 20 psi. This thing pulled pretty hard there. He did send us a new file here. We're gonna go ahead and upload it to the car and do a pull and send it back to him, see if this changes anything. This time we're gonna rev the car out all the way to 6,500. You can find VW Holics Facebook page in the description. I would absolutely recommend them for any Mark IV Golf or Mk1 Audi TT. Their service is absolutely impeccable. I can't advocate for them enough. We ended up doing like 8 revisions to the car. We made sure, you know, everything was perfect. They're very knowledgeable, they're very helpful, they'll teach you the whole process, and the car's making about 275 horsepower now to the crank. But yeah, man, she gets up and goes, and this is where we're going to be at power wise until we go big turbo. So still more to do to the car, plenty more to do to the suspension and other components. We're still building the car, and we're just that much closer to getting it on the track. 1500, floor it. second gear pulls so hard towards the top. Huh. Maybe we have a traction control issue. Okay, just a little bit of a learning curve. That's all it is. All right, we'll do second gear from 2500. Alright boys, well I guess it's about that time of video. Yeah, if you made it this far, VW Holics Facebook page, go ahead and check that out. You know, give them a follow. If you're looking to get your Volkswagen Audi tuned, be sure to reach out to them. I mean, I cannot recommend them enough. Again, absolutely go check them out and feel free to hit them up and inquire, see if they can accommodate your needs. I reached out to pretty much every name brand tuner company you know for the 1.8T Mk1 Audi TT. All of them denied me because I'm from the US and I have some emissions deletes. VW Holics was able to take care of me completely for my setup, so I was able to not have to deal with changing out a bunch of parts and sacrificing stuff. So they were able to get me right, and they'll get you right too. So go ahead and check them out. Give them a follow on their Facebook page. Share with your friends if they're looking for a tune as well. Absolutely. Before we sign off here, I just want to give you guys a little sneak peek into what we are tackling next. When I start my Audi here, we are greeted by a whole bunch of lights here. Okay, so this one on the left, this is like your traction control, stability control light. We got an airbag light, we got our ABS light, and this brake light, it doesn't come on for a minute. Well, right now it's on because of the handbrake, but in a minute it would usually start yelling at me. I'll get a flashing red brake light. And I did read the codes. I know my ABS sensors are bad. I know I've had issues with traction control since I got the car. And in this video you saw I had some issues with my second gear pulls and traction. So this is what we're settling next. We're gonna get our ABS settled, our traction control settled. After that, as you can see, you know, per usual with this car and with me, I have a trunk full of parts. Over here I got my ABS sensors, I got new ball joints, new rear trailing arm bushings. Let's see, these are the upper and lower rear adjustable camber arms. These are new front control arms. These are the ball joints. I've got adjustable end links, I've got tie rods, inner tie rods. I've got a whole bunch of stuff coming down the pipeline. So if you're interested in learning more about this platform, seeing how all this type of maintenance is done, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification icon. I upload as much as possible. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.